Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Wow. Wow. Here we are. We are starting today off early, coming off of WrestleMania, Cholo Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shout outs to all the junkies out there. Man, I am on a high. I am, dog. I am on a high. We're going to get into as much as we possibly can. We will be here leading up to Raw, the Raw after WrestleMania, and we're definitely going to get into this as well. Okay, let's talk some WrestleMania 39. I was there. I don't want to talk about the Hall of Fame. We will leave that on its own. And I know there's news on the WWE right now. I don't want to get all into it. Some of the rumors are still a little chalky. I just want to talk about what happened at WrestleMania. I don't know if we're going to be able to fit everything in, but look, let's go ahead and let's just start talking about everything that we saw at WrestleMania. I personally have not had a chance to watch everything that was provided on Peacock. Okay. I heard some bad things about it. I heard a few things when it comes to advertisements, unless you're some premium holder of Peacock. I think like Peacock Plus Premium or something like that. But from what I understand, I guess people that just watched on Peacock had to go through ads, I guess. I like I said, I haven't had really a chance to check everything out on Peacock, but I did see one thing leading up to the Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley match. I heard Michael Cole say, well, for those that are premium channel subscribers, I guess, you'll be able to watch the lead up to this match, and everybody else, I guess, got a commercial. Um, I don't know if you guys can let me know, man, because I didn't really watch much on Peacock. Okay, man. First of all, let me just go ahead and say this. I've said it before. This was my first WrestleMania. Never been to a WrestleMania. WrestleManias have become the thing. When you think about the very first WrestleMania to then later on what they became to what they're at today. Okay, today it is a spectacle. It is, yeah, honestly, I would say it's bigger than the Super Bowl. I truly believe that. I mean, it is something else, man. Um, when you take into account on just how globally how it is, man, on how many people travel to go to WrestleMania. It was crazy. The whole weekend was just insane. I'm still trying to come down off the high myself. I'm still somewhat excited. My heart's still pumping. It's been hard to get some sleep, but nonetheless, man, let's uh let's get into to WrestleMania, right? Let's get into the matches. So, um going into it, I thought there were some pretty good matches that I was really looking forward to. The main ones for me, at least, was going to be Charlotte and Rhea, Dominic and Ray. Definitely the main event for night two. And I was somewhat looking forward to Logan and Seth freaking Rollins, just because I knew both those guys are athletic. And I was also somewhat looking forward to the Hell in the Cell just because it's Hell in the Cell. So, look, night one, For me, I did not show up as early as I did for night two. Night one, I was early enough to catch everything. I was early enough. I was in there. I went live. I went live. I was able to walk around just a little bit, but not much. Not as much as I did in night two. Um, the showcase match. Well, first off, let's start off with the first match, I guess. Okay, so Cena comes out to face Theory in a match that I didn't really care too much about, and Theory comes out with the victory, and I'm not gonna spend much time on it. The match was just it was okay, but I don't really know what this does. Did anybody truly believe that Cena was going to win the United States Championship? Could it have been that he would have won by countout or disqualification? Yeah, I guess. But if we're gonna be honest, for a WrestleMania, that's weak. That is weak. Winning by DQ or countout at a WrestleMania. First of all, that's kind of weak already. But hey, you could go ahead and do things like that. But at WrestleMania, I'm not so sure, man. I don't think you could get away with it at a WrestleMania. So Cena loses, and I don't think it even helps Austin Theory's career. It's like, well, you got a victory over John Cena. Look, in all reality, man, a lot of people have a victory over John Cena. If we're going to be real about it, John Cena has become probably one of the most famous, most popular jobbers. When was the last time he won a singles match? Seems like he just shows up to lose. Now, word was going into the match. Word was that that was it. He was retiring after this. I don't know that to be true. I still don't know that. I hope it's not, because that was kind of weak. It was somewhat weak. And against Austin Theory, it's so irrelevant. But nonetheless, man, hey, there it is. Austin Theory gets the victory. I know they're trying to get him, they're really trying to get him over. I don't know how over he's really gonna get. But look, man, shout out to Austin Theory, I guess. Okay. The men's showcase match, which was all four tag teams, I thought was great. It was very, very entertaining, especially when you got guys in there like Montez Ford, when you got guys like Ricochet, when you got guys even like Chad Gable. By the way, how about little Chad Gable hitting a German suplex on Braun Strowman? How about that? How about little G, man, hitting that German suplex on Braun Strowman? That was something else. First of all, the fact that you're able to roll up Braun Strowman like that, and then hitting that German suplex. When you got those three guys in there, that's pretty badass. Why did they have Dawkins level out Braun Strowman when Braun Strowman was going around the ring? I don't know. Dawkins has never really been sold as a big dude like that. What's up, Richard? Looks like they're trying to use him to put over talent. Yeah, but you know what? I don't even think it's working anymore. I think people are expecting Cena to lose. I can't remember the last time Cena won a one-on-one match. He's becoming the Brooklyn Brawler. He's popular. and he just loses. So does it help Austin Theory to beat John Cena? I don't think it does. I don't know what it really did for him. Does anybody look at Austin Theory like a credible threat now? Some sort of much bigger United States champion now they went over on Cena? Because I don't. Everybody goes over on Cena nowadays. Not just nowadays, but in the last few years. Hey, look, junkies. Montez Ford at one point has to go solo. He does. He has to go solo at some point. But good showcase match. I loved it. I liked it, man. I really did. It was a female showcase match that I wasn't sold on. And we're definitely going to get to that, man, because I was 100% right on that one. The Intercontinental Championship match. I know I'm kind of jumping around here. Maybe I should have got the list and put it exactly in the line that the matches went down. I know I'm switching from night 1 to night 2. I want to spend time on the matches that were really meaningful. See, like Lesnar versus Omos, I'll cover it right now. It was whatever. That's it. That's all I really got to say about it. It was under 5 minutes and good because it was so meaningless and I didn't even really care. The women's showcase match was pretty boring, pretty soft. They did some okay spots, especially Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan, who somewhat carried that match. I think Ronda Rousey's still injured. That's why she didn't really even do anything. Except for the very end. So they get the victory. And what does it mean? I don't think it means anything. And I don't even really care. But what was that going on? The Intercontinental Championship match? You know what? Let's stick still to night 1. I was gonna jump over to the IC match because I'm a little upset at that. But let's stick still to night 1. Dom versus his father. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic. The build-up to this match was incredible. Loved it. I really, truly thought that this had a chance to main event WrestleMania Night 1. I don't think people would have really complained had it been the main event for WrestleMania Night 1, which we'll get to. Great stuff. Good match. Good storyline. It lived up to it. The entrances were pretty badass. Dominic's entrance was unbelievable. That video, the vignette that they did for his entrance, and then him coming in a paddy wagon, and him wearing a mask, which I don't know why he took it off and threw it out. He should have, if he was going to take the mask off and throw it, why not do it when you get in the ring? Because unless you're looking up in the screen, you don't really see him doing that. But why not go all the way to the ring and then there take it off and throw it? But good match. My boy Dominic got spanked. Literally, literally got spanked. There was a moment Dominic was at the corner of the turnbuckle trying to recover. Rey Mysterio takes his belt off and starts whooping Dominic in the nalgas. The place goes crazy. This has been one of the greatest storylines. I mean, I'm trying to think the Sami Zayn honorary storyline, which is pretty much over now. I thought that was probably the best storyline there ever was. The storyline is somewhat still has a little bit of a heartbeat, but this Rey Mysterio Dominic storyline, it really caught legs. It really caught legs. Once Rey Mysterio hit Dominic. Once that happened and the match was on, he accepted the match. It really caught some legs, man. What happened at the Hall of Fame, which we're not going to talk about that here. We're going to save that for a different video. I mean, this storyline was incredible. Now, let's talk about the ending. Judgment Day comes to the ring. Look, personally, for me personally, I really thought Rey had to win this. I'm sorry. Dominic had to win this. I'm not sure why you induct someone into the Hall of Fame if their career is going to continue. Why not have him drop the match, put Dominic over, and now Dominic just somewhat flies on his own now. So this storyline is going to continue? Because you got Judgment Day doing their thing. You got the new Latino World Order coming out and you know, getting down with the Judgment Day. You got Bad Bunny, of all people, getting involved, which just lets me know that now he's inserting himself into the storyline as the next pay-per-view, you know, finger quotes, pay-per-view, is going to be in Puerto Rico, hosted by who? One Mr. Bad Bunny. WrestleMania Backlash. So I find it, this is just me, junkies. This is just me. I find it ridiculous, man, that you induct someone into the Hall of Fame, but they still got a big storyline going on. I'm just not down with that, man. Either way, Ray gets the victory. I thought that was a complete debacle. It should have been Dominic. And in night number 2, I know I'm fast forwarding real quick. I saw somebody with a big banner. Well, not, I shouldn't exaggerate, a big banner. No, it was more like almost like a poster. If you guys recall, the cover to the movie American Me, how it has all the vatos just lined up, right? He had this poster that instead of Edward James Olmos's face, which is probably like half of the cover, and then the other half is all the homies right there kicking it. Instead of Edward James Olmos's face, it's Dominic Mysterio's face. It was such a great poster. I wanted to chase the dude down and ask him about it and I took a picture from far away. I don't know. Maybe I'll throw it up one day. It's not that great of a picture that I was able to take, but I thought it was so great. Man, I'm telling you, man, this was badass. Why did Ray get over? I don't know. I think if even for the storyline to continue, doesn't Dom have to get over? If you guys want the story to continue, doesn't Dominic have to win? How does this story continue? But oh well. Logan Paul, Seth freaking Rollins, the Prime bottle going through the table. This match was all that and a bag of chips, just like I thought it was going to be. The athleticism of both Logan and Seth. People can hate Logan. That's fine. Hate him. He is more entertaining in the ring than quite a few of these superstars, man. And if you think that's disrespectful, fine. Say it's disrespectful. Nonetheless, I'm not wrong. This guy knows how to go out there and perform in the ring. This guy knows how to go out there and have people hate him. And people did hate him. I was probably one of the only ones rooting for him, at least around in my section. I was in section 241. But good stuff. I'm glad Seth freaking Rollins won. He had to win. You can't, if you want people to take Seth Rollins serious, you can't have him lose to Logan Paul. You can have somebody like The Miz lose to Logan Paul, because The Miz, that's kind of his character, but you cannot have Seth Rollins lose to Logan Paul. Not going to say that Logan Paul is a complete joke, but there's certain wrestlers, there's certain superstars that you cannot have them drop these type of matches. And then there's other ones that are somewhat made for dropping these type of matches. Like I said, Miz being one of them. Miz can lose to Logan Paul and still have a good career because that is Miz's character. That is what he does. Seth Rollins, you have him lose to Logan Paul. That does hurt his career. It does not hurt the Miz's career losing to Logan Paul. If anything, it helps his career because that's what his character is. Seth Rollins losing to Logan Paul, that's not who Seth freaking Rollins is. So it does hurt his career. It does hurt his character. So you cannot have him lose. Good stuff, though. Good stuff. Good match. Really enjoyed it. Let's talk a little bit about Pat McAfee coming in. The host to WrestleMania was The Miz and Snoop Dogg. Now, nobody really knew Snoop Dogg was going to be all up in the mix, right? Because to the best of my knowledge, none of that was announced. It was just The Miz. Okay, so be it. I like Miz. Miz is really good on the mic. He does an incredible job. But it was him and Snoop Dogg, and it was pretty cool. But the thing about them hosting WrestleMania is they didn't really do much. They didn't really come out and really make their presence felt. Like, okay, to host WrestleMania, you don't really got to do anything. You're there in the very beginning before the show. Now I get it. They had the match, and that was cool because I do like Pat McAfee. I am really hoping he reconsiders and he comes back because I really loved hearing Pat McAfee's commentating on Friday Night SmackDown. And the guy's pretty athletic. And I'm gonna say it right now. One day, I believe we're gonna see a celebrity match between Logan Paul and Pat McAfee, and that's gonna be a good one. and none of these guys are actual wrestlers. But look, man, good stuff. Good stuff, man. I think Pat McAfee is over. I think people really like Pat McAfee. All right, look, let's get into the last two matches that I really want to get into when we're talking about night number one, and that is this. Okay. I am a little upset. I am. I'm yeah, man. I'm a little pissed off. I'm gonna turn on the camera here. I'm over here wearing my robe because I'm feeling it. Oh, I'm feeling it. Oh, I was at WrestleMania. Let me show you guys something. See this? Look at that. WrestleMania goes Inglewood. All right, so first night, 80,497 people. I'm gonna hold on to this right here, man. I just me sitting on this chair, dog, just talking some wrestling, having the skull right here, just makes me feel like a real evil villain. Oh, and wearing my robe makes me feel like a real evil villain, Holmes. I love it, dog. I love it. Excellent. Look, man. I'm gonna be as honest as I can possibly be, Holmes. Okay, and I got WrestleMania playing in the background. I like the storyline between the Usos and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Once I started hearing that this is the most important tag team match of all time, you started losing me. You started losing me, Holmes. Because how is this the most important tag team match of all time? How? Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn they're not even a real tag team. How is this the biggest tag team of all time, Holmes? The Usos, I'm not going to argue there. They're probably the greatest tag team ever. And we will talk tag teams on this channel later on down the line. But you could definitely for sure make a good argument. I don't even think you need to argue to say that the Usos are probably the best ever. But you're facing Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They're not a tag team. They're two single competitors that came together for this one match. Now, why am I saying this? First, I think it's ridiculous that they dropped the Usos dropped the titles to KO and Sami Zayn. I think that's a little ridiculous. But hey, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm okay with it. I don't think that was the right move. But hey, home, so be it. Here's where I take issue. Here's where I'm upset. How do you have this as the main event at WrestleMania Night 1? How? Years ago, there was an interview with the Usos, and they said it right there in that interview. I forgot where the interview was at. I think it was during Talking Smack. SmackDown used to have an after show, Talking Smack, and I think it was there. But the Usos had said, "Why can't a tag team main event WrestleMania?" And I agree. I agreed. I'm like, yeah, you know what, man? It would be pretty cool to see a tag team main event WrestleMania when it's the right one. This was not the right one. KO and Sami are not a tag team, Holmes. They are not a legitimate tag team. This was not the biggest tag team match of all time, the way they're trying to sell it. And the reason why I'm upset at this is because me, myself, personally, I think Charlotte and Rhea Ripley got screwed, Holmes. I thought they got screwed. Now, if they wanted to put Dominic and Ray as the main event on night one, I would have really not had, I wouldn't have had a problem with that. Because that storyline was big enough. But if you ask me, homie, shoot, in all reality, dog, Rhea and Charlotte, homie, they should have been main event night one. They earned it. They earned that. What did KO and Sammy do as a tag team to main event WrestleMania? Forget about them winning, because they did win. They got the straps. What have they done as a tag team to main event over the Royal Rumble winner? I'm not kidding, homie. I was pretty upset. I was there at WrestleMania. I was there and I was pretty upset. And I'll be dropping the video that I made for night one and night two later on this week. And I said it right there in that video. I was pretty upset, man. You have Rhea Ripley, who has earned. She earned it, dog. She busted her nalgas, dog. She earned to main event WrestleMania. Charlotte, that goes without saying, dog. The Queen's badass, homie. The Queen is all that and a bag of chips, homes. The debacle. I see you guys right here. What's up, Tone Loc Buds? That's a Benny. Top 3 matches of WrestleMania. We'll get to that, Daniel. Domador. Look. I know I'm kind of going on a rant here, but look. The debacle. And yeah, I'm over here kicking my robe, man. I'm still feeling myself, homie. You know, got my WrestleMania skull. Come on, dog. Still on a WrestleMania high here. But look. There was a debacle a few years ago, right? This whole thing about like, oh man, having women main event WrestleMania, which the very first, and I've said this before, dog, the Spencer, I sound like a broken record, but I got to throw it out there. The very first women's WrestleMania that should have took place was Charlotte versus Asuka. I think that was like WrestleMania 34, I believe. That should have been the first one because the anticipation leading up to that was huge. But no, you didn't make it that year. Instead, you made it where it was Charlotte in a triple threat match against Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch. And who even cares about that match today? There was a botch ending. The match was terrible. I'll be fair, but it wasn't main event worthy. Maybe it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either. Now, you got this match between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. Rhea Ripley, winner of the Royal Rumble. How do you not put them in the main event, dog? I was pissed, dog. I was upset. And it did take away the enjoyment of me enjoying the tag team main event that they had. Good match. It was a good match. I'm not gonna just stomp it down, dog. It was a good match. Usos versus Sammy and KO. It was a good match, definitely, dog. Got to give it up to them. Yes, absolutely. but the meaning and the hype was not even close to what it was for Charlotte and Rhea Ripley and what those women have done, dog, to earn that spot at main eventing WrestleMania. What a complete debacle. What a complete debacle. Nonetheless, that concluded WrestleMania Night 1. Moving on to WrestleMania Night 2. I already talked about Brock Lesnar and Omos. I don't care. I don't care. The women's showcase match, again, I don't care. Don't really care. Going back to night 1, the 6 women's tag match. Look, it was good. From what I saw, it was pretty good. Didn't really care much about it. I went up to go to the concessions, man, and I caught a little bit here and there on the screen. It was good. It was an entertaining match for the most part. Well, moving right along to night 2 of WrestleMania, the one of the biggest things I was looking forward to was obviously the main event. I had never seen a Hell in the Cell in person, so I was looking forward to that. And that was probably, I was looking forward to everything, right? The atmosphere of just being there at WrestleMania and everything, okay? But those were two probably were the biggest ones for me that I was looking forward to. Now, I do want to talk about the Raw Women's Championship between Bianca Belair and Asuka. Hey, dog. Hey, man, I thought that was a good match. That was a really good match for a championship match that really was not getting a lot of buzz. And just being real, it was not getting any buzz, man. Maybe got a little bit of buzz, but not much. The match actually delivered. It was a good match. Was it anything near what Rhea and Charlotte put on the night before? The night before? No, it wasn't, man. Charlotte and Rhea Ripley tore the roof off that place, and there is a roof at SoFi Stadium. Oh yes, there is, but not anymore because Charlotte and Rhea tore it off. So no, man. It was a good, entertaining match for the Raw Women's Champion. Bianca Belair retains the Intercontinental Championship match, which I was looking forward to as well because of these 3 guys. All right, because of all 3 guys. Had it been one-on-one with either one of them, I wouldn't have looked forward to it. I really wouldn't. Okay, junkies. Can you guys please answer me this? Why is Gunther over? Why? What is so damn good about Gunther? Why is he over? The guy's not good on the mic. I don't think he's that great of a wrestler either. The guy is no HBK. The guy is not Bret Hart. The guy is not Kurt Angle. The guy is not AJ Styles. He's not that great in the ring. And he doesn't even really cut good promos, dog. So why is he so over? I don't get it. I don't understand it. But he is over. Nonetheless, he is over. Because while I was there, people were cheering for him. Oh, yeah, dog. He's got his fan base. And I know people are really liking him. People calling him, a great Intercontinental Champion. To you, maybe, but to me, childless, dog. What is so great? Tell me, what is so damn great about Gunther? I can't wrap my head around it. I don't even really understand what the dude says. So the guy can't even really cut a good promo. And he's not that damn good in the ring anyway, Holmes. What is so damn good about Gunther? Just that he'd be slapping dudes in the chest? That's all he does. That's all that Mato does. That's all he knows how to do. What the hell is so great about that dude? And the way that he is destroyed the Intercontinental Championship belt. It looks like a piece of trash, dog. It is an embarrassment of a belt the way he makes it look. But hey, Holmes, maybe I'm just in the minority because, like I said, he is over. He is over. I don't know what's wrong with everybody, but I want some answers. I really do, dog. I want to know why people are so over on Gunther. In-ring performance, not that great. Cutting promos, I don't even really know what he says. And now people are labeling him as one of the greats when it comes to Intercontinental Championships. Like, are you kidding me? You have got to be kidding me. One of the greats when it comes to IC champions, that has got to be, it's got to be one of the dumbest things, man. You're putting him in the likes of the Macho Man Randy Savage, Bret the Hitman Hart, Mr. Perfect. Where is it? What am I missing, dog? Where is it? What am I missing when it comes to Gunther? Gunther, I told you. I was rooting for Sheamus. Honestly, man, I wanted anybody but Gunther to win. If I was going to pick one, I would have picked Sheamus. You know what's funny is before night 2 or the day of night 2, I was kicking it, waiting for my sons to show up because we met outside. And I was talking to a couple of these people out from across the pond from the UK. And he had this one guy, right? He's all like, I don't want Sheamus to win. I said, why? He said, because he's Scottish, right? And he's from across the pond. He's from somewhere out in Europe. I forgot where he's from. I think he's from England or something like that. And he said, yeah, I don't want him to win because he's Scottish. And I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was funny. Let me see. To me, he's so. Maybe because he's 6'6". Maybe. I don't know, Richard. I really don't know, man. But is he really that good? Is he really that good? Cholo on one today. Look, Benny, I've been saying this for a while, dog. What is it? What is it with Gunther? What? They got the stadium cheering for him, like, yeah, Gunther. What is so great about this douchebag, man, that just likes to slap dudes in the chest? That's it. I don't know him for anything else. I watched the entire match at WrestleMania. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre made that match. But I'm going to get off this rant. Gunther, still your Intercontinental Champion. Okay. All right. So be it. Okay. I hope he loses it soon. I really do, man. I really do. And can people please, for the love of respect to the ones that came before, can you please stop saying that he's one of the greatest Intercontinental champions? Knock that off. When you think about the ladder match between HBK and Razor Ramon that we still talk about till this day, that was for the Intercontinental Championship match. I'm sorry, that was for the Intercontinental Championship strap. This triple threat match, which I thought was a good match, it was a good one. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, they carried that match. I'm not saying Gunther didn't have his moments because he did. I'm going to be fair. I'll be fair. He definitely had his moments. But it was Drew and Sheamus. I can't wait till this fool drops the strap, dog. Serio, man. I don't believe it. But anyway, real quick, I know we're starting to run out of time here. Let me see. He's gonna lose it to LA Knight. That's, you know what, Benny, that would make it all worth it. That would make it all worth it. LA Knight, should he become Intercontinental Champion, I think he really brings the strap back, man. I really do. He is over. He is over. You're there. Even at SmackDown, a lot of people were yelling out, "Yeah, yeah, let me talk to you." It was good. It was really good, man. It was really good. So he is over. I think LA Knight's gonna have one heck of a year this year. Um, the Hell in the Cell match, somewhat okay, but when you compare it to Hell in the Cells from before, I don't think it really lived up to much. Now, word came down that Finn Balor needed staples. He got busted open, man, and that he needed staples. So I guess they had to call the match early. So we don't know what spots they had in mind. I never thought I never thought that this Hell in the Cell was going to be, one of the greatest ones. I never did. But to be real with you guys, man, it was a little bit dull when you think about it being a Hell in the Cell match. Still entertaining, but for a Hell in the Cell match, a little bit dull, a little bit, entertaining. But where do you rank it in Hell in the Cell when it matches? It's got to go towards the bottom of it's got to go towards the bottom. But apparently, man, they had to call the match. He needed staples in his head, and boom, there you go, man. That's not the only bad thing that happened. So, hey, there you go, man. Congrats to freaking Edge. I don't know what this does for him. I don't know where his career goes from here. But anyway, man, that's not the only thing that happened. Snoop Dogg and Miz had their spot again. Now, this time, Shane O'Mac comes out. The place goes crazy. The energy's there. I'm a big Shane O'Mac fan. I love Shane McMahon. He comes out. They're going to have a match. He starts hitting on with his nice little jabs. Who? Shane McMahon, I don't know. What is he, 56, 55 years old? If anybody can help me out. Shane O'Mac is up there, man. And he still wants to be going like he's a youngster, dog. And looks like he blows his own knee out. I came back home Sunday night, and that's the first thing I went to. The first thing I went to was, let me go ahead and say, we don't get to hear commentary. Okay, while you're there, you don't get to hear commentary. If you want any updates, you got to look it up yourself on your phone. So, but I watched it, and when I watched it, you could see when he lands, he has Miz go under. When Shane lands, you could see his knee just kind of dislocate. Like his knee was not right, man. And he tried to get back up, and you could just see his leg pretty wobbly. So Shane McMahon gets hurt. And once I saw that, and I knew it wasn't a spot. I knew it wasn't a spot because Miz had no offense. And not only did Miz not have no offense, he didn't even connect with anything. It's not like he went and, kicked him on his head or anything like that. I just want to go ahead and commend Miz and Snoop Dogg for keeping the show going. I don't know if maybe they had a plan. Hey, should something go wrong, let's do this. Almost seemed like they had that, as a backup shot, homie, in the revolver. Because they came in and they played it off, and they did a great job. Snoop goes, he hits the people's elbow, gets the 1, 2, 3. Great job. Well, that's all I can say, man. Those guys are some real entertainers. They really are, man. Way to get in there and, when something goes wrong, not lose your cool, but continue the show. So I really dug that. Let me get Monday Night Raw ready over here, Spencer. Because yeah, man, for a second there, it was concerning, and it gets you out of the show. Okay, it gets you out of WrestleMania when something like this happens, like when Balor when they had to stop the match and they brought in the towels and everything, and you start seeing the blood, it gets you out of WrestleMania. At least it did for me. Like, man, like you're so engaged. You're living there in the moment, and now you're kind of out, right? So when that happened, um, same thing. I was like, I'm kind of, you're kind of losing me here. It's unfortunate. I like Shane O'Mac, but you're kind of losing it. Snoop comes in. Wait, hold up, man. Hold up. Pa, dog. What a great, awesome, just awesome. All right. So let me set this up. We got to talk about the main event. We got to talk about this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. And still the one. Look, the atmosphere was electric. It really was. It had a feeling almost, at least for me, like Cody Rhodes was going to win. At least for me. Maybe others are going to tell you different and say, like, nah, man, it felt like Roman Reigns was going to win. Not to me, it didn't, man. I was nervous. I was scared. Man, it was when Roman Reigns comes to the ring, his entrance, it's just electric, dog. It's just electrifying. That's all I can really say. The music, the feel, the atmosphere. It's just beyond belief. The fact that there was outside interference, little bit weak, but I think a lot of people saw it coming. 53. Was that 53 Staples, Essa Benny? Because I know he needed a lot. Benny. Good match. Both had some good spots. Entertaining match. The close counts were badass. Had the place rocking and rolling. 1, 2. Oh man. Just incredible, man. Incredible. And the referee gets knocked out, which everybody starts expecting what's going to happen. There's going to be outside interference, and there was. First by the Usos, and then here comes Sami and KO. Solo Sikoa had already been ejected, but he comes back while the referee's down. Cody looks like he got the match in the bag. Solo hits his nice little what's it called, man? Age of Shane O'Mac. Okay, gracias, ese Benny. Solo hits him with the thumb. Dang, I get the name of the move escapes my mind right now. But then the Tribal Chief, man, he finishes off Cody Rhodes with a super spear, just like he did with Undertaker. 1, 2, 3. A lot of people were mad, and a lot of people weren't. I've been watching some other YouTube channels, some more Spike, gracias. I've been watching some other YouTube channels, and they're all complaining about, oh man, people were pissed. People were pissed. I'm gonna be real, man. There was some people there that were happy. There was a good handful of people that were happy that were going for Roman Reigns. Let's not make it seem like, oh man, the whole WWE universe was going for Cody Rhodes. I will say this was much anticipated because, like myself, I was going for the tribal chief all the way, but it did have a feel that Cody Rhodes can get over on Roman Reigns. I did not believe for a second that Sami Zayn was going to beat Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber. I'd never believed that. This one, yeah, I did have, a little bit of fear and saying like, damn, I think Cody can pull it off. So here we are, man. Acknowledge your tribal chief. Okay, I don't like them both, but Roman needs them 1,000. Yeah, he does. He does, man. Look, the tribal chief now, he has defended the same title for 3 straight WrestleManias. For 3 straight WrestleManias. We are 50 something days away from Roman Reigns hitting 1,000 days. So when you ask me how long he's been champion, the answer is not long enough. Not long enough. Congratulations to the tribal chief. I never should have doubted. I never should have been nervous or scared. He is the tribal chief. He is now one of the greatest champions. You want to talk Bruno Sammartino? You want to talk about the immortal Hulk Hogan? You want to talk about Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret the Hitman Hart? You want to talk about Triple H? You want to talk about all the great champions? You now are going to have to enter Roman Reigns' name in there. And here we go. Monday Night Raw starting. We are going to be here, man. I'm gonna be here. I don't know for how much longer, but let's stick around. This is the Raw after WrestleMania. Now I had tickets to go to this because it all came in the same package, but I gotta get up super early tomorrow. I couldn't make it, Holmes. Let me see. He loses at SummerSlam though to Cody. So who does he face between then? That's a Benny. Who does he face? Does he not have a match? He's got to have a match. Oh man, look at that. This past weekend, and I was there. Hey, shout out to all the junkies, man, that are on here with me. I know Monday Night Raw is on. I'll be right here watching it with you guys, Holmes. Let's see. Now let's go ahead and let's talk about everything, man. Let's talk about what we're thinking about, what's gonna happen here on Monday Night Raw. Let's talk about what you liked, what you didn't like. Man, over 160,000 people at WrestleMania this past weekend. It was so badass, Holmes. Well, look, I'll go ahead and because they're over here just oh, you know what? Let's talk about that real quick. So the way Logan Paul came in, we couldn't find him. We couldn't find him. That's right. That's right, Richard. Acknowledge him. You have to. Look, hate the guy if you want, right? I'll get back to Logan Paul in just a second. Hate the guy if you want. Hate Roman Reigns if you want. But when you talk about the greatest champions of all time, you got to throw his name in there now. Okay? You got no choice now. Now you got to throw his name in there. Let me see. What kind of mask was Ray wearing, though? More like a helmet. I think it was the Great Muta. I think he was paying homage to the Great Muta, wearing one of his masks. Okay, so Logan Paul. If you guys remember back at WrestleMania 12, Shawn Michaels was swinging down from the Raptors to take on Bret the Hitman Hart in an Iron Man match To the best of my knowledge, that's still the longest Iron Man match because it was over an hour. I don't know if you guys remember that WrestleMania 12, Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels Iron Man match. It went over an hour because after an hour, there was still no winner, no pinfalls. So it went over an hour, and I believe I might be wrong because I didn't do any research on this. I'm just going off memory. I believe that's been the longest Iron Man match so far. But anyway, the reason why I bring that up was Shawn Michaels, his entrance is because Logan Paul did a similar entrance, and to be honest, at least everyone around me, we're seeing the jumbotron and we could see him through the jumbotron, but then we're looking for him. We're like, where is he? Because the colors he was wearing kind of blended him in with the background, and we couldn't find him. We didn't find him until he actually touched down. When he touched down, then it was like, oh, okay, but we couldn't find him. We just saw him the jumbotron, like, oh, damn, he's swinging down. Okay, look for him. Where is he? We don't. It was almost like a baseball game. We were kind of like outfielders when there's a pop up to the outfield, and the outfielder loses it, and he's all like, where is it? I don't see it. I don't see it. Everybody around me, we're like, where's he? And then we're looking at the jumbotron, and we're like, okay, so that means he's like right. Well, he just blended in with the background. We didn't see him until he actually touched down. So that was something else, man. Let me see. Shawn Michaels came out with his mentor, Geno, in that match. Yeah, he did. He did. I forgot his name. I forgot his mentor's name. But yeah, he's the one that trained him there in San Antonio. Richard, I was there. Were you? Were you, Richard? You're at WrestleMania 12? Hey, man, that was a big heartbreaker for me, man, because I really wanted Bret Hart to win. Let's see. Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. All right, here we go, junkies. Monday Night Raw. You know, something I do want to talk about as well as Monday Night Raw is kicking off. Is that O'Shea? Hey, there he is. O'Shea Jackson Jr., man. Triple H. Okay, you guys got to forgive me. Mine is a little bit behind because mine is through an app. So, Despensa. Again, Despensa, mine is probably going to be about 10 seconds behind. So, my apologies, man. Here comes Triple H. Now, wouldn't it be something if Vince McMahon came out? I don't want to get into the whole what's going on with the WWE right now. Is it being sold or anything, man? I know there's a lot of news going around, but I just want to stick with WrestleMania. And we're definitely, if you guys are watching this live, I plan on going live on Saturday. This Saturday. It's not a guarantee, but I plan on going live this Saturday to talk about Rey Mysterio being inducted into the Hall of Fame. But imagine if Vince McMahon would have came out. You know, Vince McMahon, he looks like Cantinflas now. I don't know if you guys have seen him, dog. He's got the little mustache and everything. We did not see Logan Paul either. I didn't either. Richard, we were looking for him. I was like, he's up there somewhere. We kept on looking at the Jumbotron and then trying to see, like, okay, like everybody around me, we're like, okay, that's there. Okay, where? And we couldn't see him. And then once he was about to touch down, it's like, oh, there he is. Like, it just threw us off, man. Well, let me ask you guys this, man. Was WrestleMania, in your guys' eyes, was it a success? I mean, the Hell in the Cell match was cut short. Um, to everything that I've been seeing and reading, it was cut short because Finn Balor got hurt. Shane O'Mac's return falls on a bad leg, dog. Um, titles. What titles were changed? I mean, just the Usos dropping the tag team titles. That was it. Hmm. It was unbelievable. It was one heck of a weekend, man. One heck. I mean, just and I was one of them. And I was one of them, man. It was a beautiful stage, man. Yeah. It was incredible, junkies. The atmosphere, everything, the stage, everything was just wow. He's thanking. I like Triple H, man. The cerebral assassin. I was losing my voice, Richard. I was, man. My voice is like raspy in the back, man. I feel it. Just I went to go eat lunch with my beautiful, crazy loca wife earlier today. Man, now they're all chanting for Stu. That's good, man. I like that. Cholo, did you see any crazy looking people? Of course, man. I Let me see my grandson's big face. My the big thing, man, about WrestleMania is it is everything that people try to talk about. Let me see, man. Let me see what he's saying. He's thanking everybody. Okay. He's thanking everybody. He's thanking the WWE Universe. I was there, got my WrestleMania skull right here to prove it. Um, Look, WrestleMania or just wrestling, but mainly WrestleMania because that's the biggest of the biggest, right? It brings the world, man. Brings the world together in a time where so many people talk about unity and unity and unity. And I'm not gonna get on a soapbox, but in a time where so many people talk about unity and unity and unity, ain't no real unity, dog. It's just people just saying like, "Oh man, we need to, you think like me and we're united. But if you don't think like me, now we're not united. Now you're part of the problem. You know, unity, homie. That's why I don't get into any of that garbage, Holmes. But WrestleMania, WrestleMania does that. You have the world. I ran into people from Australia, Paris, Ireland, Valenzuela, Argentina, shoot, dog, Canada. Yeah, there was people from everywhere, dog. Japan was in the house. I mean, dog, I didn't even see one problem. I didn't see not one. I didn't even see not even almost a problem. Together. You hear that? Then, now, forever together. Is it the travel chief? Yeah. Woo! Yes. Yes. One of the greatest of all time. One of the greatest champions ever to lace him up. There he is, the head of the table. Yes. Yes. Look at that. Triple H acknowledging his tribal chief. This is so damn good. This is this is the best. Woo! This is so good, man. We acknowledge you, our tribal chief. Yes. Yes. Wow, man. Let me see. Like Penguin did last time. Cholo hand down. Ain't gonna happen. It's clapping. No mames, Cholo. Let me see. We had a blast. People from all over the world around us cheering, booing, laughing, having a great time together. Let me talk a little bit about that while the tribal chief is making his way to the ring. Um, like I said, in a time where so many people keep on talking about, oh man, unity. Oh, we need to come together more than ever. But it can happen. Oh, black and brown unity. Yeah, just all this kind of just weirdo mumbo jumbo, dog. I don't get involved with any of it because I know it's all a bunch of crap, dog. It's all just like, hey, just think like me. It's all like, hey, let's come together to go after this or that, that kind of nonsense, Holmes. So I don't get involved in any of that nonsense, dog. But WrestleMania, telling everybody that was the world from everywhere. I didn't see one fight. I didn't even see two dudes arguing or about to throw down. Nothing. Right next to me was somebody rooting for Cody Rhodes. I was rooting for Roman Reigns. But him and I, we're talking good and feedment, dog. Like we're friends. Wasn't anything, and he was like, "Man, screw this Vato, dog. Can't just fall outside slipping, Holmes." That it wasn't like that. It was all good, man. It was it was everything that people pretend to want. WrestleMania, the atmosphere, everything in there, man. All the different flags. You know, I saw Canadian flags, I saw German flags, I saw Japanese flags, I saw flags all over the place. Heard a bunch of different accents, heard a bunch of different languages. It was everything people pretend that they want, and they find it. You were able to find it in something that people make fun of, not us. Not us, the junkies. We don't make fun of that, dog. But what they make fun of. How ironic. How ironic that is something that they make fun of, but everything that they say that they want, that I believe they pretend that they want, you find it right here, Holmes. You find it right here. You find it with wrestling. I was there. I was like, damn, that's like it's like the world is here around me. It's crazy, dog. It's hard to explain, man. Oh man, the tribal chief is about to speak to the people. RP Butch Walkers. Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't even get a really chance to look into that. I heard somebody passed away, man. Yeah, man, he's got a scar on his forehead. Uh, Look at some of these disrespectful punks, dog. He's got to look, junkies. Who's gonna be the one to take it off of him? Mm, Church. I'm hearing what he's got to say here. Come on, do it. This is so good, man. Yes. And by the way, dog, I went ahead. I got myself a Rey Mysterio mask, and I did get one of his Hall of Fame shirts. Now, why is it okay? Oh, here comes the loser, Cody Rhodes. I wonder if they're gonna do it again at WrestleMania Backlash. I mean, it's called Backlash, so I don't know if they do it again or not. I'll tell you guys this: if Cody Rhodes faces Roman Reigns again and loses, that's probably it. I don't think he's gonna be the one to take it off Roman Reigns' hands. If Cody Rhodes is gonna be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns, it's gotta be the next time they face each other. Because if he faces them again and then loses, there's really no point to have another match, man. At least not in the foreseeable future. Um, which kind of leads me to think if he doesn't do it, then who dethrones Roman Reigns? Hmm. Hey, look, junkies, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. One thing that I just want to mention is that the surprises was at WrestleMania was surprised that nobody saw coming, and I don't know if it really lived up to it. Okay, people were thinking possibly The Rock, people were thinking Stone Cold Steve Austin. None of those happened. Instead, the surprises that we got was Pat McAfee, which I like Pat McAfee, but it doesn't equal up to somebody like Stone Cold. It just doesn't, dog. You know, and Shane McMahon, Shane McMahon, Shane O'Mac, which I like Shane O'Mac, um, but all things considered, it was not gonna live up, man. To had it been The Rock coming back, you know, with all the storylines that's going on. So I don't know. Was that a little bit of a letdown for you guys, man? That we didn't see any of those come back. Man, this is good, man. This is good. All right, junkies. Junkies, I'm gonna get out of here, man. Um, I really want to watch this and pay full attention to it, man. Wrestling, dog. WrestleMania. What a blast. I'm going to be dropping my time at WrestleMania night one and night two. I'll also uh, be going live, man, and talk a little bit about Rey Mysterio getting inducted into the Hall of Fame and just the feel to that because it was definitely something special. So with that, junkies, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. You guys enjoy Monday Night Raw and stay tuned this week. I will be dropping the my time at WrestleMania, man. Shout outs to all the junkies, Cholo Trucker, Wrestling Rehab. I'll catch you guys on the next one.